Hers video podcast. My name's Melissa.
And I'm Sean.
And this is episode
33.
And today is March 13th, 2013.
A lot of threes.
You'd think we'd done that on purpose.
Not really.
Sorry it's been so long.
Yeah.
It's my fault.
No, not really.
This time of year is tough for work. I work in higher education and admissions, and we are finalizing our fall class and also running our open houses, of which it's about 1,200 guests at each. There are 9 of them. And I start travel. I go to Pennsylvania next week, and then I go to Maryland, and then I go to Pennsylvania, and then I go to New York. It's a busy time of year.
So we'll do episode 34 in 2014.
No. Sometime after, maybe next Saturday after I get back from Pennsylvania, we'll record again. So what's new with you?
What's new with me? Let's see. I did go ahead and I picked up Dungeon Hunter for the PlayStation Vita.
Sounds ominous.
It is ominous. It's about hunting in the dungeon.
No.
From what I gather thus far, I am a king. There's a lot of coming back from the dead lately, because in Kingdoms of Amalur, that's what happens too. But so I was a king, and I had a queen. She was pretty awesome, and then I think I killed her by accident. And then, or no, she died. She got sick and died, and then I tried to bring her back to life using some dark magic, and I did. And she came back. And she's like, and killed me. So then I'm dead. I'm dead, and then the world's like falling apart because she's like an undead queen. So they're like, you're coming back because you got some work to do. So that someone brought me back to life. And I have this little fairy that follows me around, very reminiscent of
Tinkerbell?
Oh, further back.
Zelda?
Yeah. The little fairy, remember?
Yes. I
It's
just
kinda
wasn't sure that that's where we were going with it.
Except this fairy like shocks people with lightning. She's like
Tinkerbell would do that if she could.
And it's Diablo basically. There's a little multiplayer component. You can play with other people, but they have to obviously have a PlayStation Vita and have the game and want to play with you. So anybody out there have the game, want to play with me? It'd be awesome.
Another way to ask people that would be to log into Ravelry and to start a thread.
Oh yeah. Hey, I did. The person who friended me on Dust, I found. I accepted that. Can't remember her name or his name. I think it was a her.
It was a her.
I have her name in the network, but it's a weird thing because you don't really get friended. You add this contact to your list in Dust.
I can't remember who it was.
But it doesn't add the person to your PlayStation friends list. So I'm like, I don't know. The cat was sleeping on her bed. She's got that. So yeah, that's new. Matthew and I, Need for Speed over the weekend, and I'm thinking about getting the second game. There's a Need for Speed 2. I don't know how many people actually got it, because people still play this one all the time. So if there's anyone out there who's played and wants to leave some comments, let me know how the second one is.
People are going to get motion sickness if you keep flashing that around like a psycho.
And new stuff. That's pretty much it. Oh, we already talked about that. You did play. You haven't played since though.
I haven't done
the whole
much.
Zombie thing.
Life.
Yep. So that's pretty much it. New for me. I did some research into. If you've listened to other podcasts, you know I talk about Kingdoms of Amalur quite frequently because it is one of my favorite games ever. Found out that Rhode Island still owns the property after the intellectual property after taking over
The state of Rhode Island.
the state of the
The Commonwealth of.
whatever they are. So there's a chance because they're trying to recoup all that money that it will be auctioned off sometime this year.
Let's buy it.
I don't want to buy it, but hopefully somebody will that turns it into something because it's awesome. That's it for me.
Cool. I finished something.
Oh yeah, some cute guy bought this yarn for you.
This is a pair of socks. I know, riveting. It's out of the Alaskan Nancy, which is Fireweed Dyed Works. And this is the Natasha colorway. And Sean bought this for me for Christmas all on his own. He opened an Etsy account and messaged Nancy and ordered this as well as the Autumn in Anchorage or something like that.
Autumn something.
Colorway, which is still in the skein in my stash cabinet. I did 64 stitches top down, and then I did a short row heel, and I used the instructions from the Nutkin pattern to start the short row heel, and then when I turned it I just did wrap and turns because the Nutkin pattern wanted me to do yarn overs, which resulted in huge holes. So I opted not to do that. I'd never done a short row heel before, I don't remember doing one, and it was fine. So I went through the maroon stripe and then did the heel, and then you'll notice the light blue came up. So the next color should be pink, but I didn't want pink to be here because then it would have gone pink, maroon, pink. So I pulled out all the pink for that repeat and then went back to maroon. And you'll note that this one has more blue than this one, and I don't know why, but everything fits, so it's fine. This was my first sock, and on the toe, I was left with less than half a row of pink on the toe, and I just didn't care. And this one, there was no pink. I don't know why, but I love them, so thank you very much. And the dyer, Nancy, Alaskan Nancy on Ravelry, commented on them today.
Yay.
And I had put in the notes that I adore the yarn, both the fiber as well as the dye work, and she thanked me for my kind comment on it. So I let her know to be expecting another order soon. If you go to her shop currently on Etsy, it says that she would prefer that you message her with whatever you would like to purchase, and she'll put you kind of in a queue, and she'll let you know when she gets to you and put it up as a special order. I think that's the direction she's going in for now. She is a retired teacher, but she spends time volunteering and taking German classes, so I think she's probably getting into final exams and stuff, so I think that that might be where she wants to focus, knowing what people want to purchase and having them purchase it rather than guessing and having stuff sit in her shop. I know all about that. It's hard to read people's minds, so this is Natasha, and I love it. I did have quite a bit left over. This is my Stitched by Jessalou Gerbera Daisy bag with the butterflies, with the bees inside. And it matched almost perfect. I had quite a bit left. So I have a friend from college, TJ and his wife. They just had a baby Monday? Sunday or Monday?
Over the weekend, yeah.
And it's a girl. And she has an excellent name. Her name is Caroline. And I'm going to knit 2 little tiny pairs of tube socks to send, as well as a hat, which I'll talk about in a few minutes. Eventually I'll get to this stuff. I decided that I'm not going to knit on something anymore.
Uh-oh.
This is a bag from Tangerine Designs.
Now, did you start this knit along?
Shut up. So we're doing a knit along in the His and Hers Ravelry group. They are knitting the Peasy, which is a cardigan. I started my Peasy, and with the help of my friend Diane, Knittables, whose sweater is almost done, I believe. If not done, she records tomorrow, by now. She got me on the right track because there's a lot of at the same time happening, and I'm knitting, or I was knitting the large size, so there's at the same time, at the same time, at the same time, and I have dyslexia, so it was a little hard for me to...
Wait, 3 at the same time?
Yeah, to line everything up. Plus I'm using a digital copy, so what I probably should have done was typed everything out and organized it some other way. My knitting time right now is very slim, so to have something where I have to keep track of 3 separate things all at the same time on something that I'm barely knitting 2 rows a night on is just not in my best interest. It made me not want to knit it. I didn't touch it for almost 3 straight weeks. I had no desire to touch it. It's not the yarn. It's not even really the pattern. The pattern's fine. It's not hard once you figure it out. I love the stitch definition. I love this yarn. I will knit this pattern. I'm just not going to knit this pattern right now. I just cannot focus on it with all that's going on at my job and in our personal life. So I'm frogging it, but I wanted to show you how far I got. I'm on the second or maybe the beginning of the third repeat of the lace.
I like the color a lot.
Yeah, me too.
It's very you.
It's going to become something else. So I really like it, and thank you, Diane, for taking the time to chat with me online and get me on the right direction. I appreciate it. This is my Tangerine Designs bag. It's the coffee bag. I don't know. Did you know that I like coffee? I like coffee a lot. Coffee's good. You want to sip? There you go, MJ. These are iced mochas from Shelburne Falls Coffee Roasters. If you're ever at Webb's, send me a message and I'll give you directions.
I've had 2 iced mochas today because a friend brought me one for after lunchtime.
I had a double maple latte and a double iced mocha.
Started my day with a Dunkin' Donuts.
Oh, that's too bad.
I like them.
So that's going to get frogged. The knit-along is still happening. We have a great group of people working on them. We have alumni knitters of the PZ. So if you want to join in, we're still going to keep it going. Please hop into the group if you haven't cast on yet and you want to, go for it.
Yeah, it was a fun knit-along, or weekend the other night.
Yep.
With people who had never really done it before.
Yep, we had a lot of fun. There were 4 of us in there.
Yeah.
And I didn't even realize that it was Sunday because it was my first day off in 13 days. But our friends also had a VCAN going that wasn't for the PZ, so it may have been more well attended had there not been multiple VCANs going on. So, so now we're going to kind of morph the knit along. It's going to be the PZ and the epic fail knit along. So join if you'd like to.
If you've epically failed
At anything
at
ever.
anything, join
Feel free
in.
to join in.
Fail all over again.
Yeah, fail all over it. Oh no. Crap. One moment.
Okay, well, so this is the just me. Oh, she's back.
Sorry.
God.
So what I have been working on, losing my voice, this is in my Erin Lane sweater bag, which you'll note is starting to get kind of big.
The bag is growing?
Yes. No, what's in it is
Oh,
growing.
I gotcha.
This is my 3rd skein. They look like this, of the Madeline Tosh Heritage Erin in the Dahlia colorway, which you can't get in a store anymore. You can get it on D-Stash, though, on Ravelry if you're interested. And this is my Ho Aloha, which was a mystery knit-along. I fell behind due to work. I'm on the 2nd clue still. I'm on the 2nd repeat of the broken rib section, so I have my 1 buttonhole and I'm only a couple rows away from that second, sorry I should hold up more, the 2nd buttonhole. And you'll notice something weird about it. Huh. It's almost like I'm holding it up to a mirror.
But it's
Yeah,
not.
that's because I have dyslexia. Legit. This button panel is supposed to be over here, facing out.
But how do you get how do you...
My brain decided that it went here, facing in.
But how big of a deal actually is this?
I pull out color repeats on socks. You tell me.
No, like I understand that you've now failed at 2 things in a row. I'm just wondering.
Look what I have to put up with.
I'm just wondering, like,
Failure and
ridicule.
abuse.
That's not abuse. That's ridicule.
Mental abuse.
It's not really, but I'm just wondering, in the real world, like functionality-wise, what is the negative part of having that on the wrong side backwards?
In my opinion, the way that this will drape, I'm going to make it go up. This part blouses out a bit when you block it.
Okay.
It facing in, it being on the wrong side is not a big deal. Whatever. Doesn't matter really which side it's on.
I mean...
It facing in, not a big deal. However, when you wear it, and if you have a tummy, which I still have a tummy, it's gonna pull possibly, it fits nicely. It could possibly not pull. This would possibly not be an issue at all, which is why, yes, Leslie, I'm still going to knit it. Yes, Melissa, I am still going to knit it. I'm not frogging it. I am not going to do surgery. Amy, calm down.
Tally-ho.
I'm going to finish it. But it could pull this way, and there's buttons, so there could be gapping. But that all depends on everything. So my plan when I blocked it anyway was to make this portion a little bit more blousey. I wanted this part to be a little bit more slim, especially the part right under the chest, so that I want it to flare out a little bit, just a little bit. Like, I don't want it to be like, poop, tent, you're wearing a muumuu. That's not what I'm going for. But I wanted it to just blouse out a little so that it would get a nice silhouette of coming in at the high waist and coming back out. Because I don't want it up on my jeans or, you know, on the top part of your bum, like cinching it. That's not what I'm going for here. Yeah. So it could be fine. It could be totally fine. We're going to find out.
It's an adventure.
What the heck? So that's where I'm at. I'm going to work on it some more tonight. This is rolling, but it won't be once it's blocked. It looks really, really nice on. I really love the design. Melissa, who is Single-Handed Knits, is her podcast, and she's M-Ski Knits on Ravelry, and she's M-Ski Designs, I believe. And this is her first sweater design, and I'm in love with it. The broken rib. Oh, just can't get enough of it. I absolutely adore it. I am not alternating skeins. This is a hand-dyed tonal, and I'm just going with it, and so far it's worked. So I'm enjoying that. I still have 5 untouched skeins. Sean is going to help me wind 1 or 2 of them after we podcast tonight, as well as some other yarn. And from, there was a tape measure in there.
Yeah, needles and stuff.
Scissors. Sorry about that.
No, I'm fine.
Oh, I was giving you CPR. So, yeah, I'm going to knit on that. And I don't have anything else.
That was abuse. In case you're wondering about the definition, that is abuse.
Don't make fun of me. That's the only thing that I have on the needles, really. I'm going to add something. Actually, 2 things on the needles. Sean gets a pair of socks for Rhinebeck every year.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm going to knit the Scylla socks by Fiona Lucas. It's Scylla. And they're based on Greek mythology sea monster type stuffs. Yeah. And that's what they look like. They are toe up, which not into. So I am going to do top down, and I'm going to add a repeat in because they are like a smaller medium size. And you do have little scrawny chicken legs, but these I think would still be too tight. So I'm going to add in, so I'm basically rewriting the pattern, but it's going to look like that. And that is going to be in the Fall on Tap Socks That Rock Lightweight that Sean chose at the Fold booth at Rhinebeck this year. Every year he picks out a skein of yarn. I love that orange color right there, that burnt orange. And then this really pretty coffee color that's right up here. Green coffee. So that'll look really nice. And then I am also going to cast on for the hat for our friends TJ and Megan's baby. And this is the Cable and Seed Stitch hat by Sundara Yarn. And I'm not using Sundara. I'm using leftover Socks That Rock from the Georgia on My Mind socks that I knit 6 months ago or so. It has a sky blue, gray, dark gray charcoal, and then a lavender
it's pretty
color in it. And this is the hat. So I'm going to cast on for that. Can't decide if it'll be tonight in bed or if it'll be tomorrow on lunch. I'm on phones tomorrow, so we'll see how busy it is. And I have a sweater in mind for the yarn that I'm going to take my PZ out of, but I'll save that for next time because I probably won't start that until after I get back from Pennsylvania. I don't know that I want to take any big sweaters with me. I have a shawl that I want to make for a friend. Her son has leukemia, and they go back and forth to Boston a lot, and while spring is on its way here, it is going to be chilly enough to wear something around our neck, plus it's kind of in fashion right now.
It's supposed to get flurries tonight.
Oh god.
It'll be 30 tomorrow.
She'll be able to wear it until early May easily, without sweating. So I wanted to start that, and that's going to be out of Mad Tosh Merino Light, which I'd not used before. So I'm excited to knit that, and I'm going to cast on Sean's socks to take on my trip. I figured out today that it's March, and I finished 3 pairs of socks already this year.
That's pretty good.
So I decided that I'm going to knit 13 pairs of socks in 2013.
Therefore, this is the year of the socks.
No, it's going to be the year of whatever I frickin' feel like.
I thought someone else said the year of the sweater. Can't you do the
Yeah.
year of the socks?
Yeah, I guess, but I'm going to knit sweaters, I'm going to knit tees, I'm going to knit shells, I'm going to knit whatever I feel like. Damn it. And I'm going to enjoy myself. Because that PZ pissed me off.
This is going to be the year of the pirates for me.
Yeah? You're pretty excited about that new...
October.
Yeah.
Oh, they
Assassin's
I
Creed.
didn't even mention it. Assassin's Creed 4. I don't remember the tagline.
Army tea?
Like what the, yeah, that's what we'll call it. Assassin's Creed 4. Army. But yeah, like Assassin's Creed meets Pirates of the Caribbean.
Fun times.
If you haven't seen the preview, or if you're an Assassin's Creed fan and you didn't hear about it, YouTube it, boom. Blackbeard's telling the story, he's all freaked out.
I'm kind of excited about it.
It looks awesome. And if you've played the third one, there's ship stuff. Did you see me playing it?
Yeah.
Like, it's a lot of fun. I gotta get back into it, but...
It's in Boston Harbor.
It's very, very... No, it's off Cape Cod.
Oh, that part.
Yeah, there's a whole thing where you go out to the Cape and you, like, launch
They
a boat
did the
and
tea
stuff.
party, too, and that was on
Yeah, but you, like, drive it off the...
Oh, I didn't see that.
Oh, there's a whole driving it.
Is it off of Stillwagon Bank?
I don't know. But it's very rudimentary, at least initially. You can do a lot with it, but I think they're going to flesh it out a lot for the
Cool.
pirate stuff, so...
Cool. So I've been cross-stitching, and I've been using my other Erin Lane bag. This is the one that I bought. Mom bought me the other one. And they're the same print, just different colors. And with the frame and everything in it, it's been a little frustrating to deal with, especially trying to keep it closed because it doesn't really close. So my friend Lois, who owns Knitting's My Bag, she makes project bags and a bunch of other stuff that is gorgeous. Stitch markers. She gave me the little garden gnome stitch markers. And she and I have been messaging back and forth. I came up with the idea of having her make a prototype to carry around my cross stitch. So this is a 9x9 frame, so I want the frame and my binder clip of bobbins to be able to fit in, and possibly this, but I'm not sure. And so she's coming up with some ideas, and she's going to let me know what she comes up
Sweet.
with. So I'm excited. I chose the blue background with the bumblebees on it, because my name is Bumblebee in Latin. So.
Great choice.
I'm not sure if it's going to have a zipper on the top, or a clasp, or something. She's going to come up with some stuff, and we'll see what happens.
Magnet would be cool.
She had suggested that as well.
You can get really strong magnets.
Yeah.
That would really do a good job.
Yep. I'm just worried that, like, a bobbin could fall out, like if it's, I don't know, we'll figure it out. But, so I've been working on my Frosted Pumpkin Woodland Sampler, and this is the
Sounds delicious.
It sounds delicious. This is my February square, and I decided to start with February because my birthday's in February. So I've gotten that far, and I have the January, February, March squares done, the frames done. The March square is the cutest little mushroom. And some people decided that since it was so sparse in the square, they moved the mushroom over and they added a fern.
Oh.
And it's so cute. So I think I'm going to take this on my trip as well. I'm taking Amtrak to Philly, and then I get in a car and I drive an hour from there. So I think it's 6.5 or 7 hours on the train. This was intentional. I could have driven in 8 hours, including traffic, through New York, New Jersey, but I decided I would rather be on a train where I can knit read, stitch, rest, and then get in a car and drive an hour, rather than being in the car and being stressed out. I couldn't have flown because there were no direct flights or even indirect flights to where I was going under $700, because these are really tiny airports that don't have a hub by us that I could interchange with. So I decided to go with Amtrak, and I'm pretty excited about it. I got my cars taken care of today, so I have quite a bit of stitching and knitting time in my future. And the cool thing about these trips, while they are going to be tough for our family because I'm going to be gone for 4 to 5 day stretches, I only really have 1 to 2 events a day, and they are college fairs. So I could have something in the morning and then something at night, or just something at night, or just something in the morning. So there's nothing like in the middle of the day. There is a little bit of driving here and there, but it's only like an hour. So I'm pretty excited because I'll be able to get stuff done. Because I feel behind. Even though I don't have a lot on the needles, there's stuff that I personally want to accomplish and I want to get done. So knowing that I just haven't been able to knit, it's been really tough. I did spin a little bit on Sunday, I think it was, while you were showering. And I keep this on my wheel. It's my bucket bag from Stitched by Jessalyn. It has a snap, and this is The Starry Night by Vincent van Gogh. Starry TARDIS.
Yeah, who knew? They threw a TARDIS in there.
Yeah, it's great. And I keep my tools in the bottom. And what I do is I just pre-draft a little bit, and I stick, depending on how I'm spinning it, I stuck half, 2 ounces into here, so that I know I can just go until that bobbin's filled. And I also have my orifice hook in there as well. So this is the undrafted fiber. This is the other 2 ounces. There goes my bobbin.
See you later, bobbin.
Fail.
So anyway.
So it looks like this.
Whoa! Extreme close up.
Cover up Sean's face.
What?
I don't know if you can
Fine.
see that.
What do you... Fine. Yeah, okay. Squishing my head? Yeah. Get out of here.
You should at least try and make me stop.
No, it hurts. You're nuts.
I'm overworked.
Yeah. Too much caffeine.
That too. What? Gracie. So the only other thing that I've got in the mail is last month I joined Julep, which is a club for nail polish, and it's the Maven Club. So you sign up and you pay $20 and you take a quiz, and the quiz determines what type of stuff you want to get. So I'm classic with a twist, shocker, and I got chapstick, 2 colors of nail polish, and cuticle oil, and that's kind of like your starter pack. And then this is my first club shipment, and I think I switched it up and changed. Nope, I stayed with classic with a twist. Shut up. And their theme was Get Away to Play. And it was all wrapped up nice, but I obviously opened it. I got Rockstar Cream, which on its own is $20. And that's the packaging.
Is this the twist part?
No.
Oh.
But the neat thing was that just turns. Like, it's not a cover that comes off. And it's kind of perfumey. I had it on the day it came and you loved it. Seriously? Why do you have to be a jerk?
I just took too much. God. I couldn't stop.
And I can't wear it at work because it is perfumed.
Like a rock star.
It's perfumed, but it's anti-aging. It has shea butter, glycerin, coconut oil, and vitamin E. And I love it.
Does that mean this stuff lasts forever?
Not for forever.
Oh, for you anti-aging. I'm like, well, how is it anti-aging?
And then I got the strawberry mint lip balm.
I haven't tasted that yet.
Nope, sure haven't.
It's phenomenal.
Ooh, it is. It tastes like a smoothie. And then the 2 colors are Deborah, which is my mom's name, and Simone.
Ooh.
And Simone is one of the more like opaline, like opaly.
Whoa, opaline?
Like pearlesque, like it's got shine to it.
Is that Evelyn's
Shut it.
sister?
And then this one
He-Man
is
reference.
more...
Masters of the
Shut up! And this one is more, like you can't see through it.
Like opaque?
Opaque. And this one is like a khaki color. And this one is almost a lilac. And I haven't even opened them yet, but on the top they have these little stickers that say "Swatch Me." So you can put a little bit of it on the top so you can see exactly what it'll look like in one coat.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
So I'm excited. I'm going to paint my nails tomorrow morning at work before 8:30, so nobody can be mad at me. And then inside was some Easter grass.
It's cute. Nice
And
display.
it's $20, includes shipping, and then after it ships, you get an email where you get exclusive colors. You can only get it if you're in the Maven Club for half price, and other things like that.
How did you find out about this? Just kind of happened upon it?
Instagram. Instagram strikes again. And if, like next month, say I decide I have too much nail polish or I don't like the colors, because you can see every color. I'm classic with a twist, there's trendy, there's, you know, hoochie, there's all these different ones. And I'm not getting that one.
Why?
And then,
You can can you go back? You can like hooch it out for a month and then go back?
It out. But you can skip a month. So if you look at all the colors and you're like, nothing's... So you can just skip it. You can cancel it. You can get more than one. Whatever you want. I love it. I have liked nail polish forever.
Yeah.
I used to have over 200 shades of nail polish in high school, but they were like the 99-cent nail polish. These are made in the U.S. They don't have any extra... I forget the word.
And they don't test on animals.
They don't test on animals.
I don't know.
They don't. It's an all women-owned company. I don't want to hear it. And Sean would dare say, what if it was an all male-owned company?
And then you would say, there are lots of male-owned companies.
Yeah, that's basically it. So...
But, when there's a male-owned company, they don't advertise it, do they?
Nope.
Because...
Here we go.
Nope, I'm done. That was my soapbox. I am off of it.
Next time I'm throwing you off.
All equal, right?
Oh my god. So I really like my nail polish. They email you on the 20th, and you have to decide if you're gonna change, you know, your classic with a twist to something else, or if you're going to skip it, or if you're gonna just stay regular and get your normal thing. And it's never, like, when I say normal, I mean your normal style profile. It's always a different box of stuffs. And then they have this thing where they send out gold boxes at random, so you can get a box that has everything in it that they send out that month.
Wow.
I want the gold box. It's never happening. But it reminded me of Goldbug from Busytown.
Okay. Or the golden ticket.
That too. So I really like it a lot.
Cool.
And I don't think... I'm doing the 3-day, which is the Walk for a Cure in Boston, the 26th, 27th, 28th of July. I'm at 48% on my fundraising, and I just wanted to take a moment to thank Heather Boutros Babe of Highland Handmade Designs. She designed the Level Up sock pattern, which released last Wednesday, and this evening, right before she went to bed, she stopped collecting at that time because the first week that the pattern was out, she decided that the $3 that people would pay to either send the pattern as a gift or to download the pattern to keep for themselves would go to 3 different charities. $1 would go to Retro Lemons Rare Diseases fundraiser, Jet Girl 1313 of Knitting on the Fly's Oyster Run, I think it's in Minneapolis, Minnesota, and then $1 would go toward my fundraising for the 3-day walk. Heather donated $134 at 8:30 tonight.
That's awesome.
And I was in tears. So thank you, Heather, for taking the time and energy to design, and then being so giving in the first week. And the first week is one of the biggest times for a pattern. It's downloaded the most, it's sent as a gift the most, and 134 times 3 is a lot of money. So thank you, Heather. We all appreciate it. Thank you so much. For those of you who took the time to purchase it and to send it, thank you as well. I also wanted to thank my friend Kathy for donating to the 3-day, as well as Kirsten, Vicky, who is all smile. She got the socks from last year's 3-day.
Yay.
And Carla Hibbard, who is Blogless Carla. And Holly Payne. And Julie, who was my babysitter when I was growing up.
Yay.
So thank you all very much for your donations since March 1st. I'm at 48%. I'm required a minimum amount of $2,300 in order to participate. So I can't walk if I don't raise $2,300. So today I sent out an email to my colleagues in the building, my professional colleagues that I work with every day, asking them to donate. My friend Bryn, who walked with me last year, sent out an email and a Facebook message to all of her contacts because she's decided to fundraise locally for other causes, mostly to do with animals, because that's what she's passionate about. So she's going to direct those efforts from last year where she made connections in my direction, which I appreciate so much. For those of you on podcasts who have sent people my way or suggested that people come our way, Steve from Dramatic Knits, thank you very much. I'm trying to remember who else mentioned it. I'm behind on podcasts. His Handmade also mentioned it on today's episode. So thank you so much. I mean, $1, $5, $10, whatever you can do, it is all tax deductible. Again, I don't do this walk for religious or political reasons, though I'm very opinionated on both topics. I do this because I don't want my children or their children to have to walk for a cure. I want a cure now. I lost one of the best midwives I've ever met, as well as my kindergarten teacher to breast cancer. So I've also had a scare myself, and I don't want to ever feel like that again. So anything you can do is completely tax deductible, and I really appreciate it. If you can't do anything, but you know that you have connections for people who can, please feel free to put the link that you see at the bottom of the screen out to your friends and family via social media. So whether it's through Twitter, Facebook, Plurk, whatever you're using, I really appreciate it. I booked our hotels for the trip using my accrued Marriott points from all of my travel, so no money was wasted on those hotels. We didn't pay for it, nobody paid for it. It's all accrued points. So my whole point of never using a hotel before last year was because I didn't want any money to be wasted. Any money I was earning, I wanted to go towards breast cancer research or support. So that mission is still intact. Sean's going to come for the whole time, so I'm excited. My mom's going to come for a portion of the time. If you live in the area or semi in the area and you want to drive down for any portion, please let me know. I want to look forward to seeing you. So let's see what else. There is the 91 Shop Hop, which is the last weekend in June. It's 11 shops in Connecticut, Connecticut, Massachusetts, and Vermont. I received a gift pattern from Same Old Knit, who's Jessica, and it's the Turtle by Susan Cladino, and that also benefits the Lemknit Crochet fundraiser for rare diseases. It is the cutest turtle I have ever seen, and I'm going to be knitting 2 of them for some very special Easter baskets. Ooh. So I've got to get on top of that because Easter is 3 weeks away. Yeah. 2 weeks away. Our What's on Your Plate this week is our cauliflower bake. We just get a regular old cauliflower from the supermarket and just dice it up into pieces as if you're going to boil it. And then we put it in a bake-safe dish with a little bit of olive oil. I use light olive oil, pepper and a little bit of salt, and I put it in the oven at like 375 for 20 minutes-ish until it's brown. And then I get Parmigiano Reggiano from the supermarket, like in the deli area where it's been freshly grated. And I just sprinkle that over the top and put it back in for another 10 to 15 minutes. And it is so good. We've had it with our rosemary pork chops. Which is we just take center cut pork chops or boneless pork chops and marinate them in olive oil, pepper, garlic, and fresh rosemary and grill it. So
it's great.
Really, really good.
Feels like you're cheating.
It does.
It's really not.
But you're not. How many pounds have you lost?
I've hit 30 pounds.
5.
Since the first of the year.
Very, very nice. Proud of you.
So nothing fits.
In a good way.
You know, the belt doesn't really work anymore.
No.
The pants are really baggy looking.
But we're almost at a season change.
That's right.
So that's what we're waiting for at this point.
We'll have pants that can go in storage. My shorts can come out. I'll still have
Your
some
pants are going to charity.
Okay.
We'll start building you a new wardrobe.
Yes.
Piece by piece.
That is fine.
Good times. I feel like I'm forgetting something.
God of War Ascension comes out at the end of this month. At the beginning.
I keep wanting to sneak over and pre-order it for you.
I'm excited.
You need to just go buy it.
Probably will.
You should.
I have a gift card for my birthday.
You do. You should use it. You've earned it.
That one is not appropriate for children under
13.
like 18.
18, really?
I think it's an 18 plus.
Oh, wow. We're going to be at Mass Sheep and Wool Memorial Day weekend, the Saturday of. You need to take that off from work.
In July, I have to do it Saturday in July.
Yep.
And
You've got 2 weeks
Day.
of vacation, whatever.
That's right.
We're going to be there on Saturday. Our friend Suzanne from Knitting Nirvana podcast and her family will be there. And I was trying really hard to get Steph, who is knitting Samurai, to come. She might be able to talk her mom into coming. Her husband wants to learn how to spin. So she messaged me today, and I suggested that they come on down because that's where I learned how to spin. There's a lot of vendors with wheels and spindles, and you can kind of try things out. They help you figure it out because they want to sell it. So it's really cool. But he goes on a fishing trip that day every year. So he wants to learn to spin right now. So I told her that they should go on a day trip either to Webb's because there's 4 or 5 different wheels and spindles there and they have staff who know how to use them, or that he get in touch with the hitchhiker wheel people from Merlin Tree and take a day trip over there. They're from Seacoast, New Hampshire, so going over to right on the border of Vermont to get a hitchhiker shouldn't be hard at all. But they're a very manly wheel. That's the one with, it looks like it's got the, and you just pick it up. That's the wheel that I'm going to eventually buy you, and it's only like $250, which for a wheel is a bargain. I know Jessalou has one all painted up pretty for her travel wheel, and they're really nice. So it got me thinking, maybe knitting's just not your thing. Maybe you're a spinner.
That could be.
I still think you should weave. I'm not into weaving.
Not in this place.
No, my loom.
Yeah, but not in this place, though. Bigger loom, more room.
We're not getting a bigger loom.
Oh, okay.
Ever.
Alright.
Yeah, it's just not happening. So now we're just kind of rambling.
Well, we don't need to kill time.
I know. I don't know how long we've been doing this. But now I've got to make it go. So.
Yeah.
I am Meliabella on Ravelry, Instagram. Plurk, but I'm not really on there much anymore. Twitter.
I'm Viper989 on the PlayStation Network.
Viper413 on Instagram.
_413 on Twitter.
Viper413 on Ravelry.
Not really on that all that much. I'm terrible. I'm even wearing the shirt. I should probably go on and figure out what this whole thing means.
It's the things at the bottom.
I know, I'm just
Oh,
kidding.
okay. And we'll be back.
At least I knew it was the shirt.
It's true. We'll be back maybe the 21st-ish.
Could happen.
No, 23rd. 23rd or 24th of March with another episode, and hopefully some stuff to show you.
Lots of stuff.
So
Hopefully.
check out our Facebook group, His and Hers. Check out our Ravelry group. We have a great group of people who are chatting up all sorts of things. And that's all I got.
And thanks, I can't remember your name, but thank you very much for looking me up on Dust514, which is, it's still in beta on the PlayStation 3 in the EVE universe. It's kind of falling by the wayside for me because they announced the PlayStation 4, and I think they're going to kind of just make this beta go as long as they can because people are paying to play it. People are dropping money into it, and they're not really going to do much with it, which makes more sense because the PS4 is going to be a supercomputer, basically, a personal computer that's just jacked up. Then everyone will be able to make games for it. So I think that's where they're going to go. But thanks for finding me, and if anyone else is on, look me up, shoot me a message on the PlayStation Network, and I'll jump in with you.
Cool.
Thanks for stopping by.
Have a good week.
We'll see you.
Or 2.
Or 3.
It's not going to be 3.